Hey guys, welcome back to Tokyo Cheapo. I'm your host Patricia.
And I'm Isla, and today we're going to show you some viral food spots.
So you guys have probably seen on social media all the different viral restaurants and cafes that we have in Tokyo, but have you ever wondered if they're actually worth the hype?
So today we're going to go to some of these spots and review them so you don't have to.
All right, let's get going. All right, so our first spot is Age-san, which is a place that specializes in deep fried sandwiches. You've probably seen this all over your social media, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. And they've got a lot of different sweet options. A lot of them have whipped cream, but I also saw that they have lots of other fillings like matcha filling, custard filling, all that. And they have Dubai chocolate. And they have savory options.
Yes, and it just makes sense. I mean, salmon with fried bread, there's namban chicken. It's just a sandwich with fried bread, right? It's kind of grilled sandwich almost. It sounds real good, but you never really see that in the viral videos. It's always the whipped cream, custard cream, so we wanted to go for those. Majority of the people that post on social media that go to Age-san go to the Ginza store, and they wait hours in long lines. They have to come early, this and that, and they're complaining about that. Come to Harajuku-one. There's no line, there's barely anyone here. It's really quick, really chill. If you want to go, then go to the Harajuku-one.
Yeah, I was really surprised by how little people there were here. Right?
Absolutely no one.
Now the real question is it worth it? So let's try. Do you want to try first? I want to see your reaction.
Okay, I got the banana brulee. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure what it's gonna be like if I rip this. Oh yeah,
it looks kind of like gooey and crispy.
Little ASMR. Let's just go for it.
She went in.
I actually really like that. It's so good. The fried bread just really adds to the flavor. Like the crunch and the crisp. I don't know if it's the brulee flavor. No, it's the bread.
All right, I got the apple cinnamon, and this one is supposed to be a custard filling. Let's try. Wow, messy. Wait, that's really nice. So there's two layers. I think both of us have whipped cream and then a custard cream on top.
Yeah.
So you got two different flavor profiles and different textures. And I really like this apple cinnamon on top.
Yeah, I think something to keep in mind, a lot of the inside fillings are all the same, and the top is what's different.
It's got a nice kick of spice because of that cinnamon. Also, I was expecting the bread to be somewhat soggy because it's deep fried, but it's crispy.
It's super crispy.
Yeah.
It really adds to the texture, I feel.
I would say though, it is on the, it's a little bit heavy because there's a lot of whipped cream and it's deep fried. So what I recommend you do is get two different types of sandwiches and then share them. I don't really like whipped cream usually. If you get this and then a savory option, you can kind of have a little bit of both, so.
If you're trying to find this store and you're asking people, where is age 3? It's not called age 3. It's Age-san. Age means fried, and san is short for sando. So it's a smart name.
My honest opinion is that it's good, but as someone who's not really that big of a fan of whipped cream, it is a lot of whipped cream, maybe too much for me. Also, it's a little bit on the pricier side. So for example, this one was 1,200, this was 850. I think for whipped cream and half of a bread slice, it's a little bit on the pricier side.
It is very pricey, but I guess it's because it's viral. Would you wait an hour for this place?
Okay, if I were a tourist and I've never been to Japan before and I saw this on my TikTok, I'd probably be curious, but would I wait an hour? No.
If I see a long line, I'd be turning right back around.
Yeah.
But if it's open and with no line like this, I might be enticed. Because I've never seen anything like this, right? I've seen, the cream sandwiches all over the place, and I was never a big fan of it. But they have so many different toppings. The bread is fried, so it adds texture to it. So I would be curious. And price-wise?
I think it's something that you get once and you're like, okay, I did it, I'm done.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess if I was traveling to Japan and you're trying all these different types of food, and I would really bet that you would not see this anywhere other than Japan. Then I think the price isn't too...
Okay, I think it's kind of expensive.
It is expensive.
But it is an experience too, so that's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
Alternatives, I know one place that also serves similar deep fried sandwiches that have both sweet and savory. I think it's called Sando Lab Tokyo in Akihabara or Asakusa. But that's the only other place that I've seen that does this. And it's only one store, I think. This place, however, has multiple locations, so. Would I recommend this place? I would say maybe not. Yeah, just being honest.
I would say yes, actually. I was really, really surprised and happy with how this bread turned out. I did not expect it. I thought I would say no. But
there you go. We're here at Matcha Tokyo for our next spot. You've definitely seen this online, especially if you're a matcha lover.
yes, and there's stores literally everywhere. Shinjuku, Harajuku, Shibuya, everywhere. So if there's a line here, just go to the next store because there's usually a line at Matcha Tokyo.
We got really lucky though, right? Well, now there's a line, but when we went, it wasn't much of a line, and they have lots of different matcha options. So without further ado, do you want to try it first?
Sure, I'll use my straw.
Oh yes, we got the matcha almond latte. They have plant-based milk options too.
Mmm,
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
You don't taste much of the almond milk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's really rich and has like a nutty flavor.
Oh, does it?
I don't think I've had Matcha Tokyo before, but never with plant-based milk. Usually I go for the regular. This one's a lot more nutty because of the almond. I like that.
I like it. Feels more creamy than usual.
And if you aren't a matcha fan, although it doesn't really make sense to come here unless you want matcha, they do have like hojicha too, so you can try that.
They also have sweets, ice cream as well. So if you don't want to drink, you could just sit there and eat some snacks. So would we wait an hour for this place?
No.
No. No.
I wouldn't wait an hour for this.
No, there's just so many other matcha places that you could go to that's not this place. So like you don't have to wait an hour just to get matcha, I would say.
Well, my thing is, I think it's genuinely a good matcha, and there are lots of places that say they serve matcha, but they don't have good quality, or it's like, you know, not ceremonial grade or whatever. This place genuinely will serve you. Like if you want to get something that you know is going to be good quality, then yes, you can come here. But like you said, there's other locations, even with this store itself.
Yes,
There's other locations.
Exactly. Search beyond Instagram, TikTok, and then you'll find good matcha places.
This is also 880 yen per cup. Do you think that's expensive?
The thing is, a lot of the matcha places you do have to pay like 900 yen, stuff like that. So I wouldn't say that it's out of this world that it's 880 yen. I think it's quite on par with all the other stores. Matcha's expensive, man.
Yeah, especially now. But I think you're also paying for like the quality that you're getting. Like you know what to expect when you come here. Is it overrated or adequately rated?
I say overrated. I can't lie, it is really good. But with the amount of sheer content about this place, it actually makes it seem like this is the only matcha place that you could get matcha from. But that's just not the truth. There's so many other places that you could get matcha from that I never see any content on. So I would say this is kind of overrated just because of the store, not the quality.
I would say overrated because yes, everybody only goes here. It's also a safe option.
So for some alternatives, if you're looking for some, I would say Jicha Bacha. It's a new matcha store in Shibuya. We just recently made a reel about it. And they have coffee matcha, which I've never heard before. It was so good. The people that work there are so nice. It's an experience in itself.
That sounds cute. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I would say Matcha Passport in Shimokitazawa is a good option too. They've got like strawberry matcha, all that fun stuff, and different grades, different quality, whatever. That's a good spot.
Oh, they also have cocktails, don't they? Like matcha cocktails?
At Matcha Passport?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because you had a cocktail.
Maybe because I had a few too many cocktails. A lot of the viral things that you'll find in Japan or Tokyo in general are like sweets things, like donuts, crepes, all that kind of stuff. And something that's really blowing up the internet right now is I'm donut. You've probably seen this all over your social media feed. It's donuts.
Apparently, there's like a little bit of a mochi, not flavor, but
Consistency?
in the donuts. And we both never tried it. So we thought, why not?
Yeah, I'm excited to try this, especially because usually there's a huge line. I think we lucked out this time. We only waited like 5 to 10 minutes, but usually the line is like 3 times longer.
And the stores are everywhere. Right now we're in the Harajuku store right next to Matcha Tokyo and right next to the station, the Meiji Jingu Mae station. But there's literally everywhere. I've seen I'm Donuts so many different places.
There's actually one that's kind of close to here that are both gluten-free. Not all of the I'm Donut places are gluten-free, so if you are gluten-free or I think vegan, you can go there. But this is their most popular chain.
So let's see what all the hype is about.
They look good. I think we got like the original glazed, and then the original like mochi texture version, and then the pistachio cream filling one. I felt this earlier. Doesn't it feel like it's raw inside?
Yeah,
like,
it's so light and like squishy. It feels like it's not ready yet.
This is the first one. I'm just gonna go for it.
Go for it. Glaze is actually my favorite type of donut, so I want to see if it beats Krispy Kreme.
It's got a very unique consistency. I wasn't expecting this. It's very mochi-like, but not like ponderingu from Mr. Donuts. It's not like the mochi donuts. Try it.
Thank you, thank you. It's like the cheese pool. Mmm.
It's nice, huh? This is actually better than I thought it was gonna be.
Same. This might beat Krispy Kreme for me.
Me too.
Yeah, which is surprising because I thought Krispy Kreme does the glaze the best.
It's got kind of like a bouncy mochi-like texture. Very fluffy, but not dry. I think it's moist.
Yeah, so this is the classic donut, so let's try. Oh, look at that.
Whoa, what is that color?
That, wow. I did not expect that at all. Did you expect that?
No. Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, it's like wet almost.
What? This one's a lot wetter. Very moist. I think it's also more deep fried. So it is soggy,
deep fried.
moist, whatever it is, it's wetter.
Kind of reminds me of French toast.
That's the consistency. So this one I think is the #1 flavor that they had when I asked the staff. And it kind of makes sense. It's very different.
Very unique. I understand why Japanese people also line up here. Usually when it's a huge line, it's usually foreigners, but there's a lot of Japanese people as well. So it's well loved.
Was it better than the glaze or worse than the glaze?
I kind of like the glaze better.
Me too.
I think it was much more like oily, like too oily, I would say.
I like the first bite of this one, but I think to finish the whole donut, the glaze is better. This is the pistachio cream filled one. So not all of them have cream inside. Should I break it in half? I feel like it'll be good.
Oh, wait, I'll just.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's gonna fall, it's gonna fall. This does get a bit messy, but lucky for you, there's a matsukyo right next door, so you can get wet tissues afterwards. So is it worth an hour wait?
No.
I'm gonna say it's worth it if you're coming for the first time and you want to try something different.
Is it worth waiting 10 minutes? I would say yes.
Yeah.
If it's a 10-minute wait, why not? Just to get a quick donut. An hour?
Yeah, I wouldn't wait an hour maybe.
But the French donut is a very interesting flavor. I've never ever had a donut like that. So we got 3 donuts. Everything was around 1,000 yen. The pistachio one was the most expensive, around 450. And the original ones were a little less, around 200, 250 yen. I would say if you can get ponderingu at Misto for like 180, 160 and something like that, I would not pay 250 for something so similar.
Mr. Donuts is good on its own, but this one has a different consistency. Like French toast versus mochi mochi donuts, it's different. So if you want something new, I think it's worth a try.
That's true. You gotta eat it at least once, I would say. If it's 250 yen and there's no line, I feel like just like walk by, get it.
You know what's crazy? Every place that we've been to is actually, like usually there's a line, but every time we go, it seems like we are the trendsetters. So now there's a line.
There's a huge line.
But the real question is it overrated or adequately hyped?
I would say it's a bit overrated. It's just a donut place. And yeah, like the French donut is cool and all, but it's like everyone's talking about it. And it's not like that, whoa, life-changing, you know?
Yeah, okay, I think I'd say it's overrated just because there's so many different sweets places that you can go in Tokyo.
So, alternatives. Go to Mr. Donut. They do collaborations with like Pokemon and this and that.
And the thing about Mr. Donuts is they have them all over Japan, not just Tokyo. So you're likely able to just walk into the store and get what you want without having to line up, which is a big thing.
You could also do all you can eat donuts at Mr. Donut.
So yeah, Mr. Donuts, Krispy Kreme, there's also some local ones. I know that tofu donuts is also a thing here, tofu donuts, so if you want to try another different consistency, you can try that as well.
There are way too many things to see and eat or do around Tokyo, let alone all of Japan, and we know how overwhelming planning can get. So if you need some help, Klook has you covered. Booking things in Japan can normally be quite difficult, but you'll be able to browse through activities all across Japan in your home language, and easily use your international credit card to book those memorable moments you're looking for. Easily buy your Shinkansen tickets to Kyoto, Osaka, and so many more destinations. You could book your trip to Shibuya Sky and see one of the best views of Tokyo. Or get away from the city and book a Mount Fuji panoramic day trip. How about beating the crowds with Klook's Skip the Line tickets? You could try make chop chopsticks for yourself as a souvenir. Or maybe you want a kimono experience. Whatever you're interested in, Klook has something for everyone. Klook also has regular flash sales and seasonal discounts, so it's a good idea to keep an eye out for those on their website. Click the link in the description below to get started straight away on planning and booking your tickets on your PC or phone.
So we just went to Ichiran to get their specialty ramen that you've probably seen all over social media. I think it's the tonkotsu ramen.
Yep.
And the last time that I went was actually in high school. So it's been a while, and I was expecting it to not be so good, but it surpassed my expectations, actually. Yes, what did you think?
I usually go there after a long night out, you know, you want some water, you want some food, and Ichiran is just the easiest option. But I actually haven't had Ichiran sober for I don't even know how long. So I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it would be like, oh, it would be kind of if I'm like sober, but yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not the best ramen that I've had, but
No.
it did surpass the expectations that I had, which were really low.
and it's the experience, right? Like
Yeah.
you sit by yourself, you don't really see anyone else.
The dividers.
Yeah, there's the dividers, and then they open up this little window.
Window kind of thing. And what's cool, I didn't know until she told me that you can actually remove the dividers if you do want to speak with the person next to you. Although then I'm like, why don't you just go to another ramen place?
Yeah. So if you're alone, Ichiran would be a great spot, actually.
You don't want to speak to anyone.
So we ordered the classic tonkotsu ramen. You can't really order anything else. That's actually the only thing on the menu.
You can get like a side or something,
Yeah.
but the ramen itself, right, is just...
Yeah, so the ramen itself is around 1,080 yen, and it's not too cheap, it's not too expensive. It might be on the expensive side for people who are making money in yen, but for foreigners, tourists, 1,000 yen.
That's like $7 or something.
Yeah, it's really
right?
nothing. It's
For a bowl
probably
of
really
ramen.
cheap.
For some reason today, we're skipping all the lines. Like there's no lines. We're lucking out. But this place is usually like very crowded, a huge line. There was a little bit of a line. I think we waited 5 minutes though, really quick, and then we got to our seat.
I think it depends on which Ichiran that you go to. I think the Shibuya one is usually quite busy, Shinjuku one as well. If you go to random ones that are not that well known, I don't think it'll be that crowded.
So would we wait an hour for this? I would not.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Maybe 10,
I go
maybe.
5.
But honestly, I would probably choose to go somewhere else instead.
If you're in Shibuya and lining up at Ichiran, come on, man. There's so many ramen places, like 5-minute walking distance. You do not need to be waiting an hour.
Especially if you're with friends. I think go to a place that you can actually sit and face each other.
Yes, yes. And there are more options. This place, they only have one ramen. Other places, there's so many variations. So, you know, it caters to everyone.
Yeah.
But here, it doesn't really.
Some alternatives that I can think of are like afuri, or what's the one that you like?
Oh, oreryu ramen. Oh, oreryu is super good. There's also cheese ramen in ebisu.
She loves that
Super
one.
good.
I like the Yokohama Ieke style. So there's just a bunch. There's a bunch of different styles. So I
So
don't
many.
think you have to wait in line to get ramen.
So, what do you think? Is it a fair price? 1,080 yen?
Yeah, I want some more toppings for that price though.
Not gonna lie, I didn't
Oh.
expect it to be 1,000 yen, especially with how famous that it's gotten. I thought
Yeah.
they would like rack it up a little more.
That's true. Considering how viral it is, I think they could have totally expanded that price.
Yeah, like there was no egg. We didn't have an egg in there. If you want more meat, also additional cover. We got like 2 small slices, but yeah,
is
there
very
could be
simple.
more. Yeah.
Very simple.
Pricing, fair enough. So, is it overrated or adequately hyped?
Overrated.
Overrated indeed.
Genuinely.
So we ran away from Patricia to go to this other viral spot. I'm sure you've seen it all over social media. Menchirashi, which is the Carbonara udon. So once you arrive, you will have to stand in line. We waited around 30 to 40 minutes. The line does feel like it's moving fast, and you also order while you're standing in line. So the food does come fairly quickly once you sit down. And you have to line up with your whole party. You can't just have one person line up and everyone comes later, because the line is very tight. And it also says on the sign that you can't do that. So just keep that in mind. Of course, we had to order the carbonara udon with the pancetta, the parmesan, the egg, the udon. We also ordered gyusuji just so that we could compare to other udon places in Tokyo and Japan in general, and also some tempura. So how was it like? Of course, wondering. Carbonara was carbonara. It genuinely was just carbonara with softer noodles because udon, of course. But I honestly, okay, this place I was actually super excited about because I've seen it so much on social media and I actually wanted to try it. So I had high expectations. But when I ate it, it was just normal udon. It felt like I could just make it at home. Like you make carbonara all the time at home. It felt like I could do the exact same with this. It was a bit, I wouldn't say disappointing. The food was good, don't get me wrong. And the pancetta though, they use really good pancetta. So that was really nice, but you only get like 3 pieces. So the gyusuji, the gyu, the meat that they use, really good. It's super tender, flavorful, really good. The broth, however, was a bit light for my own liking. I like it to be a little more, you know? But there is other sauces and spices that you can add into the soup. So you can kind of alter it the way you want. The tempura was really good. The crunch was there, the inside was good. Overall, tempura, amazing. The udon noodles itself, really, really good. They make it themselves. You could see it while you're standing in line, the way they're making it and stuff. They had the softness, the tenderness. I really like that udon. So would I wait an hour for this? Short answer, no. I think I'd wait maybe 5 to 10 minutes. If you're super, super intrigued and you came all the way, you kind of really want to try it, 15 to 20. You know, an hour is just too long for that. You can make it at home. Just buy some udon and bring it back to your own country. We waited around, 30 minutes and that was okay. It didn't feel like we were dying. Price-wise though, very good. I thought it was gonna be super expensive, but carbonara udon was 1,000 yen. And considering that it's a super viral spot in the heart of Harajuku, 1,000 yen is really good. With the 2 bowls of udon and tempura, everything was around 2,300 yen. And that is pretty good, I would say, for a location like this and the food itself. Is it overrated or adequately hyped? I would say very much overrated. There's so many other udon places like Marugame udon, Yamashita Honki udon. It's just so many places and much cheaper too. And there's so many variants to it. There's curry udon, normal udon, cold udon, zaru udon. Like there's so much more udon. If you're here with like 4 people, I think 1 carbonara and everyone else order something different because the menu itself is vast. There are so many different types of udon and I've never seen that many menu items in one store for udon, so that was really nice. And maybe you don't like sharing, okay, but you have to try different ones. I think because I've seen it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube for so long now, I think I overhyped it in my head as well. So I was really looking forward to it and I was expecting so much more. And then I guess it didn't live up to that expectation in my head, but at least I tried. So I'm happy with that.
So we visited a ton of different viral places and it just goes to show like some places were actually worth the money, worth the time, and others not so much. So you actually have to pick and choose, do your own research before just going to whatever you see on TikTok.
Yes, and let us know in the comment if you've ever been to any of the places we've been and if you have different opinions or if you want us to go anywhere else, let us know. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun thing and we'll see you next time.